My name is Mulili, for those we have not met again, and I come from Kilome. I was really very keen to hear everything that has happened within this county, the projects, and I realized Makueni, with 7 subwards, a lot of projects have happened since devolution began. Now, I don't know whether this forum, it's a good forum, and I've really heard a lot that has been presented. I realize there is still a lot that we need to do. There is a lot that has been done, but there's so much that needs to be done, especially the demands from the public touching on issues to do with water, roads. I know there is a hardware, but also there is the other bit of software, which also needs to be done as we balance the issues which deal with this department of devolution. I'm really glad that you as administrators for this county, you've established those structures, and you've, regarding what I've really heard in the presentation, I think we would like to get more details of each of the sub-counties, those projects you have mentioned, a breakdown. We can do a breakdown for the last 5 years. We don't need to go back to 2013. Are we together? I think the sub-county administrators will be able to give us that, so that we, as we settle into office, it's important we also start understanding what has been done, what really needs to be done as a quick win, what needs to be done next year, as we go to the next 5 years for this administration. This is because we have a reason. As we went round during the campaigns, because here we are politicians, with the governor, we are politicians. As we went round during the campaigns, we found projects that have been completed, other projects that have not been completed. And the public were asking. We actually have a booklet, a full booklet of every center, if not 80% of the markets within this county, of the projects. Some are complete, but there are others which were completed, but we never got the water. If it is a water project, if it is a road, if it is a nursery classroom, hospitals. So we really want to integrate, and I know you're at the grassroots, but we also realize there are budget constraints. But within the limits of the budget constraints, if there is a project that really affects the public directly, what is it you as administrators, what is that lacked, that we have a project that has been done, not completed, that the contractor has been paid fully, 100%, and yet the project is not completed? Do we go back and we do another budget for the same project, or do we blacklist that contractor? I hope I'm communicating. Because that is, I'll call it the fulcrum of devolution. Now, you have a responsibility of guiding the public. I know democracy is there, but during this public participation, how do we cross-link with the, create synergy between one ward with the next ward? So if the next ward, if the neighboring ward, they are doing a road, and then the road ends, I don't know what has been happening, the road ends at another, but the neighboring ward, their priority may not be that road. How have we been synergizing? So we are also learning. We are also learning a lot from you, but we are saying, as administrators, we can create more value for the shilling that has been devolved so that we can synergize in some areas. I hope I'm communicating. Okay, now, I'm happy to hear from the county secretary that you've been doing some briefs on monthly basis, what has been happening, and I know His Excellency the Governor will really depend a lot from you as you prepare those monthly or even weekly briefs. I think weekly is too soon unless it's an emergency, but as you prepare those briefs, we would also wish to know which of these areas we can be able to visit, which are some of these projects we can be able to visit that are ongoing, that have high impact on the public. And of course, despite that, we've also heard about issues to do with your welfare, with your progression, which we will look at as we settle down, because we want you to be comfortable, but at the same time, we also want to deliver as one strong team. You're representing His Excellency the Governor, and therefore, we see what, especially this particular year, we see what is that we can integrate together in the manifesto as we deliver to the people of Makueni. Now, I hope and I wish we continue working closely with the national government, administrative officers for synergy. I'm sure you've been working with them, but we really need to create strong synergies, because there are other agents of national government who are doing projects within our counties, aren't they? The other agents, apart from national government administrative officers, because theirs is more something different, but we need to know and to be very keen on what the national government agencies are doing. You may find there is Kenya Power, there is rural. Are you involved when they are doing their meetings? And probably, Your Excellency the Governor, I know there is the county coordination unit, which is chaired by the county commissioner on the projects which are being implemented by the national government. And maybe we will need to add Waziri Devolution or the CEO Devolution to be part of that committee, so that we can really have a fingertips of what is happening on the other side. What are these projects, so that we can also be able to confirm from the ground what is happening. And I think that will create a lot of synergy, which is this AIE policy, because it's not your only AIE, you have other departments also who need AIE. So, precisely, yes, because you have Department of Water, you have other departments, health, administration. We really need to know how can we synergize those departments, especially the shared items, like the issue of transport and the issue of fueling. It's something we may need to form. We will form a team to see what is the best solution, because we need to provide quality services to the public by making sure our projects are done well. So quality service is part of is a very important issue for us. And now that some people were signed for Certificate 1, Certificate 2, Certificate 3, they have been paid, they have not completed a project. And I realized we had a very good chief officer. There was no cautionary letter. And yet, we are allowed a PMC, and I'm not laying blame. I'm just saying the things, how they are gonna be. Yet, they have been paid and they have not completed the project, and we've not held anyone accountable. I'm not laying a blame, I'm just saying we have to do things differently to achieve the governor's manifesto. Wao ni wakwika nesa na olongalu. Tuko pamoja? So don't let anyone or a PMC and you say maybe, I don't know whether you sign for those, you sign up for those projects. We are getting to learn these things so that we hold someone accountable, because for us, we are held accountable by the public. Are we together? And I know we're going to create a good team, and you have no reason for worry. Probably, I also should say this so that I don't talk too much, which I'll have an opportunity. We realize some of you were very actively participating in the campaigns, and I've heard what the CEO public service has talked about, and the values and principles of public service. This is what we would like you to do. Please, for now, ni mambo ya kazi. Tuko pamoja? Saa hizi ni masaa ya kazi. Let us work. Let us stop politicking. We have a governor in place, in office. Let us stop politicking, work well with other elected leaders. I think we don't want to really start sorting issues. You have a problem with the MCA who was elected. And you see, the problem with the counties is that really, you're here in this county. You cannot be transferred to another county. Yeah? So let us work well with elected leaders. If it is an MCA, if it is, what do you call them? The members of parliament, the senator, okay, the women rep, work with them well, develop those skills. Administrators, you're supposed to be rounded well in many, many issues. So that is a must, because really, if it's political wars, leave them to the governor. He's a politician. He'll be able to deal with the political. Are we together? Yeah, he'll be able to deal with that. So the political issues, politics are over. It is time to work. And probably on the village administrators who have not been inducted into the service, we don't really, for now, we can hold something for a week, even here in Wote, before we go to the Kenya School of Government. And we call those people, and we call some of the chief officers, so that you get inducted, maybe for a week. It should be enough. Yeah? And I think that will be the practice, because probably I think you're not many. You're 10 or 20? 16? 60? Okay, okay. Oh, very well. So I think induction is something that you need to know, so that you know those values and principles. You know, what does the county want? What does the governor want? It is important. Si ni kweli? Hata ukiingia kanisa, si unapatanga wengine wanasema hapa ukiingia unafanya hivi, ama ukiingia kwa boma unaambiwa mnakaanga huko, ama namna gani? Yeah, so we really know some of you make mistakes because you don't know, you've not been inducted. Okay, so I think I have a lot which I cannot finish here, but I wish to thank you. And now, administrators, kazi inakuanga hivi. Mkubwa ni ule ameingia kwa ofisi. You give full respect. And support. The government that is in power ni ya Mutula. Tuko pamoja? You support him fully.